copy me. We'll both do it. That's just so that you can pull your rope out from down there when you've had enough climbing. Stuff like that, bro. Just be aware of your rope on rope.
Yep.
Like, you'll probably be fine there, bro. But I'm just saying, just be wary of your rope on rope at all times.
Yep.
You there?
Yeah, on the ground.
Okay. If it can run parallel, that's even better.
Oh yeah.
But, oh no, it's all good, bro. I'll take you through it. Yeah.
That's just a tow line, but with a double rope around that, right? So it's like a running bow line.
It is a running bow line. It's giving me 2 seconds, bro. So, where are we tying it from? What end are you going to climb on? You want to climb on that end, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so here's like this. So 6, then you get a bight of rope, and that becomes your tail, that becomes the rabbit, yeah?
Yep.
You go around there, up through, back down through, like so. All that's different is that, because you want to climb on that line, it's crossed over, but all that's different is that you've used a bight of rope for your tail, for your rabbit. You know, rabbit goes up through the hole. So you grab it, you grab a...
Very, very familiar with tying it like that, and I feel confident that I can identify it if I was on the wrong side of the rope.
Or if you tied it wrong.
Or if I tied it wrong, yeah.
So the main thing with that is that you put a stopper knot, or even clip a carabiner through it.
Yep.
You can put like a figure of 8 stopper in there and then clip a carabiner back to that, if you want. So we'll just pull this through, bro, because then it'll come out nice. If it was over there, and you, like, for instance, this is what we were talking about before. So if you had it like that, and then you're like, oh sweet, I'll pull it out. So you start pulling it out, and then you get down to there, say, and then all of a sudden you got this.
The other loop coming back up.
Yeah, you got that horrible friction pulling over there. So if you can have your ropes running parallel, it definitely helps. So we'll just think about that before we. And of course, you're going to rope into the right side.
Yeah.
When you're running parallel, it's easy to be thinking about what you're going to have for dinner and rope into the wrong one. Cool. Definitely give it a test. So when we pull that out, you're thinking, right, when I finish the tree, how am I going to pull that out? I'm going to pull on that, and it's going to come out nice and parallel. The rope on rope. If that was around another branch or something, you're obviously going to be aware that there's rope on rope. Cool. Yeah, bro, sweet as. Well done. Leave your flip line on, give it a test. Yep, you're all good. Nice and solid there, bro. Sweet as a nut. Okay, now we'll cruise down there and I'll get you to show me a redirect or how you do one and explain to me some shit, and then we'll hopefully I'll be able to give you some tips about that. always the same.
Yeah.
Because you're on a static line, it's always the same. So
Not running.
you can break the tree down into different workstations rather than when you're on a double rope. You're thinking, how long have you climbed on a double rope for?
5, 6 years.
Yeah. So you'll know that when you are on a double rope, you're looking at the tree and you're thinking to yourself, right, how am I going to do this tree so that my ropes aren't crossing around a million branches, you know? But the beauty of the SRT is it doesn't matter if they're crossed around a million branches, because you could just go through this crotch, go through that crotch, go through that crotch, especially if you're on a basal anchor. Do the whole tree, go right around, drop down, do that bit there, until your basal anchor and pull your rope out. And the friction that you've had throughout the whole climb has been exactly the same. It's been positive, like 100%.
Yeah.
You don't have spare carabiners, do you?
I've got a couple of them.
Oh, yeah. Chuck that on there, just in case.
There for there.
Yeah. Sweet, bro. Nice. And you know about cross-loading those, eh? You'd never put that in between there and there as your primary anchor.
Yeah.
But just to make sure that your stopper knot stays in, and for it could back it up in the event that it's mostly to make sure your stopper knot stays in. Yeah?
Yep.
So it's not loaded, so that's sweet. Alright, cool. What we'll do, we'll cruise down there somewhere and we'll say, right, we want to get to maybe get into the other tree, to point A or B, and then yeah, we'll go from